In our continuing coverage of a large structure fire in Wagoner, parts of South Main Street are still gated off due to the damage from the fire. We brought you coverage of this fire that happened near South Main and East Cherokee Street yesterday. Fox 23's Devin Lyon is there with what the scene looks like now. Devin, you heard from a business owner who had to evacuate during that fire.
That's right, Paris. Every business on this Main Street strip behind me, nearby where the original fire was taking place, were told to get out by the fire department. That's when, the high winds and these flames started to quickly spread. Now, to my right here, Paris, this might look familiar to you. This is the original structure that caught fire last night, and you might still be able to see some flames smoldering in the background. This is just a really sad scene to see for such a historical building. Now there's still some of the smoke coming off that's coming towards our camera, so we're going to pan it back over here, but it's still smoldering now more 24 hours after that original fire started. This is all that's left of historic buildings and local businesses after a large structure fire Monday night. A few flames are still smoldering in the smoke-stained skeleton on Main Street. Over a dozen fire departments responded, battling the flames close to midnight. The fire department believes it started from someone doing work on the roof of this building with a blowtorch. The high winds caused things to escalate quickly.
That was probably about 45 minutes to an hour after we realized the fire was when we were like, okay, this is serious. We've got to get out of here.
Amy Matthews owns Smoke and Sisters Barbecue, one of the locally owned businesses tied to the strip of buildings where the fire happened. She says not even an hour after seeing the smoke build up, they knew something serious was happening.
There was nothing we could do but pray. Me and a couple of the other waitresses, we literally stood in the kitchen, held hands, and said a prayer for protection and to protect our building, protect the firefighters.
Eventually, they had to evacuate.
Even at the time, though, I was seriously worried, especially with the south wind, that it was just going to burn all of these buildings down. Plus, nobody could get down the streets. All the streets were blocked off. And anyway, so yeah, it turned from normal to a little hectic for a while. That's when I realized the wind switched out of the west. And I was just like, thank you, Jesus. Like, it was an answered prayer immediately. About the same time was when all the other fire departments started showing up.
Her business and others on Main Street were saved after firefighters stopped the flames around midnight. However, others showed up the next morning to try and piece together what's left. Now, the main structure where the fire started, we're told, was a vacant building, but there was being restoration work done on it. I spoke with the mayor just a few hours ago. He was out here with the fire chief surveying some of the damage. They're keeping this all gated off until some of those hot spots die down. They say it's under 24-hour watch until then. Live in Wagoner, covering news that matters. Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.